The 2012 Brut Gran Reserva is the top of the line from Avinyo. It's an aromatic and distinctly delicious vintage Cava. And it comes from northeastern Spain's Penedès region, home of the country's best sparkling wines. You can see it here circled in my rather childish hand up in the northeast corner of the country. Now, cava is the Spanish word for cave, a reference to the tunnels used to store these wines at a constant temperature during their second fermentation in the bottle. It produces the enticing bubbles. A Gran Reserva, by law, must be stored for at least 4 years, and this one was stored for at least 5 years, though they disgorge on demand, so the disgorgement date is actually the indication of each individual bottle's complexity. The Esteve family vineyards surround their family home known as Fontanels. The area has been home to grapevines since 300 BC, and it's only been since 1597 that the Fontanel and Esteve family have been the proprietors, as they care for the family's vines, some of which are like this one, soon to celebrate its 81st birthday. Steeped in the best of the local winemaking traditions while continuing their father's reputation as a progressive entrepreneur, these 4 siblings represent the 14th generation on the family's property. And not too long from now, they'll share the reins with these young folks, the 15th generation of the Fontanel Esteve family. And they'll continue to welcome thirsty visitors in the family's hospitality center and invite you to settle in for a while as you sip on samples of the family wines overlooking the surrounding vineyards. Or perhaps you can try your hand at crafting miniature chairs from the wire cages that secure the corks on their sparkling wines. The caps underneath the wire cages contain replicas of the local ceramics. It's an art form dating back centuries and one of the passions of the Esteve's matriarch. We see here one of the family's vineyard holdings called the LaGuardia Vineyard, which is home to this interesting old stone structure, a very Spartan shelter used for centuries by vineyard hands working too far from home to make it back in time for bed. And as with so many of the world's great sparkling wine vineyards, those surrounding the town of Avinyo are dominated by clay and limestone soils. And this limestone, mixed with ample amounts of clay, as in the La Ticota vineyard, sometimes appear as rather large agglomerations of fossilized shellfish. This is an organic vineyard planted to 85% Xarel·lo and 15% Macabeo, the 2 grapes in this wine. And the vineyard was planted in 1940. It produces one of the most distinctive and complex single vineyard sparkling wines in all of Spain, and it's at a fraction of the cost for champagnes of similar quality. Now it's time for me to sign off so you can enjoy this wine in peace. Thank you for supporting Dave the Wine Merchant and the small producers we discover. And I thank my old friend Brian Luback for the musical accompaniment from his album Tuscan Sky, available on iTunes. To buy more of this wine, simply type this bit.ly link into your browser. Just be careful, it's case sensitive. And to see more of our wine stories, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel or click on the next video you see in the boxes appearing on your screen right now.